test. Okay. All right. Test. Okay. I think we're live. Is anybody here? Um, yeah, you're. Oh, so there you are. Are you? That's. Are you sure it's on? Okay, say something. Okay, maybe it's not plugged in. Oh, there it goes. Still nothing? Say something again. Okay, turn it off and back on. All right, let me try again. Okay, now say something. And you're positive it's on. No, it's not. Test. Oh, it's off. Test. Wait, no, it's not. No, test. Yeah, you're right. Test. Man, what a trip. Okay. Um, man, I have had just the toughest luck with this stuff. Yeah, it's just really tripping me out, man. I don't know if anybody's here. No, it's here. Let's see. But none of their comments are coming through. Okay, there you are. Okay. All right. Okay, sweet. Okay, y'all. I just once again have to apologize. This Saturday class, y'all, has just been cursed, and I did something dumb on my end, and that's why I couldn't hear you guys, and y'all could hear music, and I couldn't. I, you know, this is day 45 for me. Are we getting? Okay. This is day 45 for me, and we couldn't get your mic to work. Is that right? All right. Okay. Okay. Um, all right, y'all. Sorry about all this. This is just weird. Yeah, I don't know why you're not showing up there. Speaking to the mic again. Let me just see if this is. Yeah. Oh. Now speaking to the mic.
Hello.
Okay. Whoa. All right.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Now I'm really loud.
Yeah. Buttons are getting crazy
I'm
here.
extremely.
Okay.
The system is very intricate, y'all.
All
if
right.
you haven't derived that.
Hey, can you tilt that camera down on you just a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. I'm really sorry. This is crazy. At least it's free. You're not paying for it. So, here's the deal. I have to be somewhere right at 1 o'clock. Right. I did
Oh.
not. I wanted to start on time.
Oh.
Stupid things happened, and unfortunately, we're gonna have to just jump straight in and teach a quick class here. Thank you for your patience. I know I keep saying that everything is figured out. It is. What happened today was just me being stupid, and then a button getting pushed on some product over there. So that's why we're starting late. But Jennifer, I know that you've been. I don't know if you're still here, but I know that you've been stopping in, and then we have had to cancel class. That's not happening anymore. We're good. I've had a crazy morning, but let's get going. Andy, you have anything you want to say before I jump in here?
I just want to give some love to Ray Ray, feeling the weight of it all.
Yeah, it's crazy
And
time right now.
Yeah, we all relate. So, following Ray Ray's example, if anybody doesn't want to hoop but just wants to sit in and hang out with us, please know that you're always welcome, no matter how you're feeling. No matter if you're hooping or not, you're among friends.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so I think we'll just jump straight in and get going here. And yeah, I know I'm intense right now, but we're going to have a great class. We're going to have a quick 34-minute class. So let's jump into sway here. Oh, whoa, we got two musics going. All right, let's see. Okay, here we go. All right, audible breath in. Some of the best advice I ever got was to keep breathing. I don't think we're going to have time for it today, but I wanted the focus today to be on current. And I want to invite you to think of your breath as the tide rolling in and the tide rolling out. Audible breath in. Each breath in comes deep up onto your inner shore. Each breath out pushes back into the ocean. Audible breath in. Okay.
That was like one of my best sways in a very long time.
Really?
And I can tell you why.
Yeah, please do.
Thinking a lot about one of the things about HoopPath that really awakened for me was the back body and being back here, moving back where you can't see and discovering that space. And eventually for me, I began to visualize this as something I call the infinite sphere, just all of this space around the body. And in this sway, for whatever reason, well, I think, again, because I took a yoga class last night or yesterday afternoon, and there's definitely, again, the yoga movement pairing where it's a really good pairing. But I was just really able to reach back into that space with my arms and my legs, and it ended up just feeling like a really different sway because I often spend a lot of time in sway, as y'all know, opening up, balancing, spending a while letting gravity kind of come into my joints. And so that was really special.
Nice.
To be able to move into that space.
Nice. Okay.
And I'm going to get myself a water real quick.
Okay, that sounds good. All right. We are going to jump into some core hooping. If you're just joining, we had some situation that will not be a future problem. I swear all this stuff is figured out. I just did something kind of stupid. And I'm a little under stress because I've got to be somewhere. I've got to leave here right when class ends. So please be patient with me. But let's go ahead and do some core hooping. We're going to start with some waist hooping here and get some flow and good feeling going in here. Oh. Okay, we're on the waist. Oh, it's really dark. Okay. All right. Right? Nice music, right? We're going to push our hands into flight. And if you weren't here the other... Sweet. So if you weren't here for the last class, it might be worth checking it out. I haven't put it on HD replay, I just realized that, but last class, Anna and I were taking turns like trying these sort of active balances, like switching feet and raising our feet up a little bit.
To follow up on Bax's point, that's a really good way of feeling whether or not you're distributing your weight evenly through your body as you core hoop is to shift the weight from side to side and to balance from side to side, because then you can really feel the places where your legs, your ankles, your feet are less awake. And waking up your ankles and feet by movement is what helps you get to a point of distributing the weight evenly, which is what smooths out your core hooping, as Bax shows so beautifully. Woohoo! Welcome Carla and Jennifer.
feel like it, you can reverse. I can just feel that my body needs exercise right now. So, my body is enjoying these type of balances, getting my heart rate up. Right?
Whereas I'm doing a little more just like high stepping.
If you have the knees for it, it can be fun to kind of get up and lower once you're on a balance. So I'm here. I'm just going to play with just lowering, like, I'm at the gym. My heart rate's up. And then we're going to play a little bit with turning with and against the current. So I'm turning with the current here. If I turn at the same speed as the current, then I do a stall. If I turn against the current, then I'm doing what's called cutting. I'm turning the current, my current is going to the left and turn to the right. And next, we're going to try on the waist, we're going to try kind of an Ann Humphreys move, and we're going to do the A stepping. So you're going to keep the feet, basically, imagine you've got like a pole between them or some kind of spacer, and you're going to walk in kind of an A frame. Of course, there's no rules in hooping, so you can, add your variation to this, of course. Now that's really hard to do in cutting, but you can try it. Stalling, you're turning with it. Cutting, you're turning against it. When you're cutting, you'll probably find that you need to add a little bit of wiggle to kind of keep it up. Sometimes it helps when you're cutting to tighten your abs. All right. All right, that was fun for me. All right, let's keep going.
That was really fun because I kept moving into different phases of my core hooping.
Yeah.
I was high stepping, then I was kind of taking your, going low into the high step and going low and then stepping up and while I was turning. And that felt really good. And then I went down at the hips, which I can only do with my larger hoop. And I just love, because I used to not be able to do it really at all, which you probably remember just how terrible I was at, leg hooping and how hard it was, but also hip hooping. But hip hooping is now really fun, but in part because of that wiggle that you were talking about at the end.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do some shoulder hooping. I don't even know what song this is. Whoa, that's pretty intense. That might be a little too intense. What do you think? No, it's not rock and roll exactly, but all right, this one's kind of fun. All right, hopefully I'm not blasting you guys out. All right, let's try this. We're gonna do some shoulder hooping. I'm hoping that the chat is actually working. It looks like it is. Oh, I've got two going. That's why. There we go. Okay. Anne is doing the step. She wants to show you that. She's doing the step while shoulder hooping. You can play with the arms here, you know, I can push.
One tip about that A-frame step is if you sink into the backward step part of it, I think 9 times out of 10 that really evens things out. Because oftentimes that backward step, we're just kind of swishing past that. We're kind of relying on the forward step more than the backward step. So thinking about that step back as you make those big, wide A-frame steps.
I'll also show you one other thing here. When you're doing these steps, you can fall into the step or you can rise up into the step. Falling in is a little bit harder, rising up is a little bit easier. I'll show you what I mean. This is me stepping up. And then this is me falling down. See that? So this is like a step up, step up, step up, step up. This is falling down. And keeping your arms out in mountain will help you keep the hoop level or keep it where you from falling. Now, if you want, we're going to do a class on paddles, but if you want to skip ahead, a paddle is when you bring your arms up and you push the hoop. There's outward wall paddles, but we're going to focus on inward wall paddles. Anne's doing them right now. And do you see she's bringing her hand close to her chest and then pushing from there? The closer you get your hand to your chest in the beginning, the easier it will be, because imagine you're just slipping your hand up under the current. You're not really punching the current. The current is rolling onto your hand and pushing away. There's like a single arm paddle and then there's a double arm paddle. But Anne was doing single arms. A double would be like this. This is a single arm. If you turn, it makes it a lot easier. This is single arm. This is double arms. And then you can do a 1-2 paddle where the AM will hit and then the PM will hit, and that looks like this. It's like a quick 1-2. And the 1-2 paddle can help you put some pace. I mean, paddles are supposed to help you put pace on the hoop, but the 1-2 can help you steady it. You can adjust the way your arms are hitting it. And then one thing you can do from the two-handed paddle is called a paddle stall. And you can do it from one, but two's easier. A paddle stall. I'm going to hit the paddle, and then I'm going to turn at the exact same speed as the hoop, and it's going to stall. I'll show you what I'm talking about. See how it's stalling right now? And then I push it right back on, nice and graceful. I like the paddle stalls. Does it look cool from the bird's eye? This is if I just keep going and going and going and going and going and going. Now this is a very advanced move, but this is what we'll get into this deeper when we do our paddles class. But you can do what's called, we used to call them paddles 2.0, but they're directional paddles. So what I'm gonna, this is advanced, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do that two paddle, I'm gonna do it kind of at the wrist or the back of the hand, and then I'm gonna drop it down. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It looks like this. Here, and then I drop it down. So I'm here, boom. It's definitely easier with a bigger hoop. I gotta create the stall, and then I'm gonna push it down. It's hard. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Even if you miss it 100 times,
Actually,
like I'm
that's
about
a good
to,
call. Yeah, Ann's
it's going
right.
to be really good for the legs.
If I drop my knees with it,
Yeah.
boom.
Because then when you push back up, that's also what I'm talking about, getting into both sides of the body equally. You'll find that when you do get to the point of pushing back up with both sides, both feet, both legs equally, you come into such a symbiosis with your hoop, and you can totally see that in Bax's example in this too.
Yeah, we haven't had a comment in a while. We're also moving fast, so that might be why people aren't coming in. But yeah, so
That's a badass move, and I haven't gotten to the point of that drop, but that's something to aspire to.
All right. Well, since we've been going kind of hard, I hope we're still live.
Yeah, we were kind of trying to check in with y'all because since Carla arrived, we haven't heard from anybody. Are we there? Are we
Hopefully we are.
live? Are we really here, y'all?
It says
That's
we're
a
live.
question I ask myself daily. Oh my God.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
All right. Okay, so since
We're not alone.
Since we got the heart rate up, there's kind of a move that we'll just play with while we sort of rest up a little bit. Or should we? Should we go with the energy, high energy?
Yeah, let's go with it. One more.
All right, let's do some ankle
Boom.
hoop. Just catching my breath, yeah.
That's right, Mars. I know. But this is good. It's kind of like a short burst, like a short energetic shot. A burst of high energy.
All right,
and
heart
then we'll
rate
just
up.
have
All
a little
right, good.
chill at the end.
All right, let's try this. All right, let's do some angle hooping. All right.
Love it. And I love it paired with that last exercise. Again, thinking about both feet.
All right, here we go. We'll do some angles. There's loads of ways to get into the angle, but I typically, I think it's the hardest way, but I think it's the best way to learn. Anne has kind of hoop hit. Yeah, yeah, totally. So Anne has this kind of like, well, as you can see, just she's super bouncy. She learned this by doing kind of a gallop, like a long time ago, a couple years ago. She did sort of a gallop. You can sort of see her doing that. The key is that let's see if you can see it. She's angled, right? She's angling her body to turn the hoop upwards, right? That's really important. When you get good, you can sort of make it more subtle, but in the beginning, you definitely want to get that bend going. So I'm here, and I recommend you lift your heels. A lot of times you want to push into the heels and you push back into your legs this way. What I recommend is that you lift the heels, you keep your feet bent, your knees bent. Now this is me getting all the way over, and you see how I can steepen a word? I can make the angle more steep, or if I come back.
Also noticing that when we bend forward, we hinge at the hips. And this is something that for a lot of us can stand in the way. Sometimes we're curving forward. Don't curve the spine. Spine is straight up out of the pelvis, and you actually hinge forward from the pelvis. And then that actually gives you more room to hop both side to side and up and down. Because even though we're emphasizing the up and down with the bending of the knees, also seeing the side to side, it's both equally. It's like 4 directions. You can think of the 4 directions. Yes. Just as much side to side as up and down.
Whoa.
And hinging from the hips gives you enough space to do that. Also notice how Bax can hinge so far forward because he's got space in the front of his body, and he's got space in the front of his body in part because he's hinging from the hips and not bending from the waist like this. So if I'm going like this, I'm not going to have the kind of space as if I'm hinging forward and bending the knees. I can bend the knees so much more if I'm hinging from the hips. And then Bax can, eventually, if you really stick with it, you can do this forward fold type thing as Bax is doing. And that, again, you have to have the spine long. And then this is actually a great, spinal massage. If you don't be afraid to use your larger hoop for these angles, because it's going to be, it behooves us to go slow for a minute as we're learning these new techniques. Or maybe not entirely new, but just homing in a big heavy hoop can help.
Ah, shucks. I've only got 7 minutes before I have to leave.
Oh man. Okay. Well, we've just had a short and sweet Saturday, so maybe we can have an extra 10 minutes next Saturday or something.
Yeah, well, we'll figure it out. This will not happen. I've lost some viewers on Saturday. I got to build the crew back up for Saturdays because February was just rough. We ended up having to cancel some. Last Saturday turned into a total crap show. So I'll show you a move, and then we'll have to get out of here. But most of you probably do this already, but this will be something that we might cover on the paddles class. And this will be kind of our little, most of you, if you've been taking this class all 4 years, you've done this move, but if not, this is a good one to learn. So I'm inside my hoop here. I'm holding it on my arms this way. I'm going to bring my hands up, namaste, and then apart, and I'm going to push my elbows apart like this. Now I'm going to let go with one hand and then push down with the other, and this is kind of a paddle penny roll. Now there's loads of ways you can do this. You can push with the sides of your hands. I'm pushing for the most part with the back of my hands, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. If it looks the same, it is the same. And then I can do that little Kaya snake hand move that we do to change the direction of this. So this is me doing them back and forth. This is me doing them continuously. see, I'll give you the bird's eye, see if that helps at all. This is me doing a reverse on it. This is me going back and forth like if you were doing penny roll breaks. Oop. All right. Okay. I know this has been kind of a crazy class, y'all. Thanks for being so patient with me. We're going to leave with one song that might be good to do that move to, and then we will call it a day. What is this one like? I forgot what this song sounds like. Oh, yeah, we'll go out with some higher. Ah, sweet. Yeah, we're gonna end with some upbeat music today. If you're having a rough day, rough week, if you're completely destroyed by world events, we all get it. We all totally understand. It's a rough world right now, but if you believe in light and you believe in love, hopefully we can work this out. If you add your legs to it, it's extra fun too. I'm doing this move, I'm going to add my legs to it to give them a little bit of... Anne's doing pinch breaks right now. Okay, y'all, normally you know that when I start late, I finish late to give people that don't have to be anywhere a chance to have a full hour class, but I have got to be somewhere. I got to leave the house literally in 2 minutes, so I'm not going to be able to stay. Andy, have anything you want to say before we go?
Just so glad we got to kick it today.
Yeah.
And we'll see y'all Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. Quick 30.
We'll continue the jam. Much love to Ray Ray and to all of y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, y'all. I will be here Tuesday at least. I think Ann will be too. Yeah, we will have class. I know I keep saying it, but this was just a weird thing. Computer's working fine. The new system's working fine. We'll see you guys Tuesday. Love you. Thank you.